We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Yeah, this is Everton Blender, and it's all about the young police from Jamaica. Seeing Young Police Channel. Big up yourself, Everton Blender said that. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Blessed love, Rastafari.
Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police Channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon members. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Yes, I know most Jamaicans always, heard, yours truly sharing experience growing up in Jonestown in the 1970s, 80s, and, telling people what transpired there. So you're looking at a man, yes, he was going to Mr. Putus Basic School in Jonestown in our early years, and in the 19th, his name is Reid. Yes, so in the 1970s, Reid's family was forced to leave Jonestown, Kingston 12, due to dangerous and unfair stigma of being labeled as labor rights. So when I've been telling people about Jamaicans being, was chased out of their community, he is one of them. So we're gonna let you hear him speak for himself. Yeah, this is a man. Yeah, man. So we went to Mr. Putus Basic School, and then his family had to move from the community. Fortunately for us, none of my family members had to move because they labeled us as labor, because my family was entrenched in the PMP criminal organization. You understand? So we're not going to even go in depth about that. So we're going to let you listen to this man. Yeah, man, Reid. Not only that we went to school together, but we trained together at the Jamaica Police Academy, and we even served at the same military base here in the United States of America at one point in time. Yes, and there's some things about him. At times we knock heads, you understand, because we are, yours truly, because I'm the kind of person that, hey, look here, I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't massage people's ego by telling them lies or go along with them lies. So, but anyway, although we're falling out, because as I've stated before, most of the time we don't see eye to eye because his philosophy is totally different from mine. But we still maintain a relationship, out of due respect, because we grew up together. But you have to understand this, that is the kind of man he is. You understand, Reid. So before we let you hear him talk, hear him speak, the last time I saw a political advertisement here in Broward County, Florida, it was from my classmate from Jonestown, yeah man, and batchmate from the Jamaica Police Academy. So we were police officers together. So that was about 2 years ago, and at the time he was aspiring for political office. I am not sure what happened, to that campaign, but here he is today, continuing to make a difference in other ways. So at one point he served in the Marine Corps and I served in the Navy. So he went to Iraq. Yes, I don't know what he's doing right now, and I can tell you that anything that Eric tell you, as Ronald Reagan said, trust You know, you have to verify before you trust. You understand? You don't trust and then verify. You verify, then you trust. Yeah. So anything Eric tell you, you have to make certain say you can verify it. You understand? Yeah. And when I sugarcoat not that thing, we're just being diplomatic. So Eric has always been someone with a strong sense of duty and service. And it's clear that regardless of where life takes him, he remains committed to making a positive impact. One thing with him still, you know, we can't tell us he's a man where he can assimilate. He's a man. I can tell you if you're not wheezy upstairs, Eric, may I tell you, Eric, where he may charm you or con you out of anything we have. That's how good him is. One, as we said to you before, smooth talker, him can't promise you the world or tell you the world. Him dangerous, so I tell you him dangerous them way there. Jonestown him come from, you know, so you have to understand how them work. So Eric Reid's family was forced to leave Jonestown, Kingston 12 due to the dangerous and unfair stigma of being labeled as laborites in the early 1970s. We were just kids attending Mr. Puto's basic school together in Jonestown. Life was tough, but it became unbearable for Eric's family when they were driven out of their home simply because of political associations. You know, them did have a thing back then. You know, when them want your house, you live in a nice house. Same criminal them, you know, and then just come and say, boy, you know, so if you say you're a labourer, you have to move, you know, if you don't move, them kill you. Because nobody not go, you understand what I'm saying? The only people that go testify are people who are relatives, and most people don't want to get relocated. Because them don't want to forget, most people come from town, so they're not in the country for going nowhere. And the people them from country don't want to go back a country because nothing in that country. They don't want to be in a farm. When them drive the car, then Eric say, you know, Eric family are laborites and we have to leave, you know. Yeah, so they were driven out of them home simply because of that. We don't know if they're associated with the laborites them, but that's what them say. So they relocated to Waterford, and from then on our paths diverged. At the time we did not know that they migrate to Waterford. I know at one point in time he told me that when we were at the academy, that he was attending Tivoli Gardens High School. I don't know if he was living in Tivoli Garden. I never asked him. So I didn't see Eric again until March 1988. You know, when fate brought us back together under the most unlikely circumstances. We joined the police force. We trained and graduated together on Friday, December 16, 1988, heading off to different assignments. Eric went to Beaton Foot Patrol while I was stationed in Clarendon. Our lives retook separate directions and Eric decided to leave the force. Yeah, I'm not gonna stay why him leave the force. Him know why him left, and those who know him, you understand, because him used to do a Montego Bay. And some, you understand, him used to work a special branch. And a whole heap of things them say happen and allegation and this and that, so him just decided to cut road. And some people did say, boy, I say, you know, him an informer as a special branch man. But remember, say as a police, you know, your job, you're an informer, so them never did like him too. And one time, if my memory serves right, a police had fire. Try to kill him still a Montego Bay, yeah, because them say I'm an informer. Because I'm a special branch, and a special branch police, them a detective, a spy. So him just leave the force and them thing, because them did label him, you know, because a man, him a thieving thing. So the thieving police, them a sent a Montego Bay, they never did like him. So Eric just called it at the end left. So Eric had become a Marine, and I was serving as a Navy sailor. So both of us were at the same base. So one Saturday now we meet up. After I see him like, oh wow, like some over a decade or more. And we realize it was station at the same base, and you know we start talking. But me know Eric from we smart. You understand? We can't tell us say, Eric. We know him good. You understand what I'm saying? If Eric tell us say sun or shine, you make sure you see it. And me know that and thing. So I am the only person in my batch. The batch I will graduate 1988. Yeah, man, I always tell Eric the truth. And I said, hey, look here, our batch, you know, are the only batch where don't with the entire batch them never meet together, you know, all of us, you know, because of Eric and yours truly. Because me and him always, yeah, because one thing with Eric, you know, me I tell him I always can come up with some stories, you know, and me always challenge him because me know the same story them always a fictional thing them I saw him stay. Yeah, so it was inspiring to see how, despite life challenges and twists and turns, Eric has found his purpose and continued to serve his country in the United States of America. So now Eric is using his voice and experience to reach out to the youth of Jamaica, addressing critical issues of criminality. His journey, marked by resilience and dedication, is a powerful testament to overcoming adversity. His message is about warning youth, young people, against crime and inspiring them to rise above their challenges and make positive choices for their future. Eric's story reminds us that no matter where we come from or what we go through, we can choose a path of integrity and service. When I say we not you understand what I'm saying, but you understand we do believe in a redemption. So his words are not just advice; they are calls to action for the next generation to build a better, safer Jamaica. Eric's Reid family, as we tell you, was violently forced to flee their homes in Jonestown, Kingston, by PNP criminal organization gunmen. So this act of intimidation and terror shattered their lives, uprooting them from the community they once called home. It's a stark reminder of the dangers and divisions that political affiliations can cause, especially when criminal elements weaponize them. So that's how them do to Eric. We never experienced that because, as we said before, our family did intertwine in the politics and all kind of things, but we're just different because we can't think. We're not still like them, you understand? We have a mind of our own, so I tell you the truth. So Eric Reid family was violently, them flee the community at Jonestown, and this act of intimidation and terror shattered their life. Mashed them up big time. So in all the years I have known Eric, I never asked him if he supported the PNP criminal organization or the Jamaica Labour Party. To me it didn't matter because I am not the kind of person, I am not a political activist. You understand? So I never asked him if he's a PNP or if he's a Labour. Never asked him. Maybe him can come and tell you because based on what happened with him and his family, I like to know if him, the typical people from Jonestown that them chase out and they were still loyal to the PNP criminal organization. As I have stated before, and I'll continue to say again, if it was me, if you chase me out of my house and me a labourer, I may have to move. Me would never be a PNP again. I just saw it go. Believe you me. Me just tell you that that's just me. You understand? So to each his own. You couldn't be no PNP again because I have to run left my yard. You understand? So as we say, it never matter because what truly defines a person is not their political affiliation, but their character, integrity and actions. Eric's family endure a traumatic ordeal simply because of how others perceive their political stance, a perception that led to life-altering consequences. So this is the style of them use back then. Them just say, them feel say you're labor right and you have to move. You have a nice house and them thing there. Them telling me a youth and them thing there, so I don't know what kind of evidence them come up with, or them just say somebody, them say them feel like. We don't know all feelings are evidence. So, and them decide to purge the community and turn it into a PNP community. Because them have gun, And then they have sentries in their community. So as police are come, arm and broke up or whatever. So you understand. So them will just slide going out yard with them gun and I just saw it go. Sometimes, people in our community will use them eyes and communicate with the police them. That's why the police them were smart. If you make them know, say, over they say, boy, they with a gun. And I saw them will get to lit them. Yeah, I just saw it go. That's how it used to work. We don't know it going on anything. Because even as detective, we experience that too. A boy in a shootout and a run and I said, me don't know him there, And then them pint, Yeah. Yeah, so Eric didn't let that experience define his future. Instead of falling into the trap of hate or revenge, he chose a different path, one of service, discipline and dedication. Eric, as we tell him when time to join the police force, later the military committed his life to protecting others and serving his country. His actions speak louder than words, than any political label ever could. So today, Eric is using experience to make a difference. He speaks out against criminality and addresses the youth of Jamaica directly. His message is clear: the violence and division that tore his family apart should not be the legacy we pass on to the next generation. So Eric's story, powerful. Yeah, man. Instead, we must strive for unity, peace and progress, leaving behind a toxic affiliation that breeds violence. Eric's story, Eric's powerful lesson for us all, it's called, and it's for us to rise above. Yeah, man, for us to rise above the destructive force of political division and criminality. You understand? To focus on what truly matters, building a safe, prosperous and unified Jamaica. So let's, follow him. Let's follow his example. And work together to ensure that no other family to endure what Eric family went through. So we wanted to listen to what Eric Reid is saying. And he might talk to the youth in the community that we were born and raised, Jonestown. So you watch, you listen, and you decide.
Good morning. I'm just making this video to kind of throw my 2 cents into what's happening, in Jamaica. The crime and violence has gotten out of hand. It's really, really out of proportion, and I don't understand why. We take so much for granted down here. I know times are hard. I know that, but you can survive in the islands. There's a lot of, things that you can do in the islands that you can't do nowhere else. But yet, there's so much hate, so much anger, so much aggression. Jamaica, according to the Guinness Book of Record, has the most church than any other island per square mile. But yet, your violence and aggression is so much more higher. Why? Why is this? There's 3 elements that have to be addressed. 1, the government, 2, the people, and 3, the criminals. So let me just say this to the government. You have a responsibility. You have an obligation to ensure that your public or your people, they are safe. You need to enact legislative laws that's going to, bring an end or curb or control to the crime and violence in the country. For 20 years, you guys have sat on your hands and done nothing. And now you have like this amalgamation of weapons from all over the world that has found its way into Jamaica. While you guys turn a blind eye, and now you're reaping the whirlwind of your inadequacies for the last 20 years. Now you're dealing with the consequences. Now, well, not you really, but the poor people of the country. Now they're dealing with the consequences. The youth, they're dealing with the consequences of your inadequacy for the last 20 or 30 years. You guys need to have a bipartisan stance on legislation that's gonna bring back hanging or public execution, or enact laws that's going to make sure when you catch these criminals, they stay off the street forever. They don't come back on the street. They don't get bail. Because a lot of the crimes that are being committed are by people who've been arrested, been to jail, then they got bail, and they come back out, and they commit the crime. Number 2 are Jamaican people. We need to start acting like community. Crime fighting is not a singular effort. It's a collective effort. The government, the police, the defense force, or the military, they cannot do this by themselves because they're not in the community, they're not in the grassroots of things when crimes are being committed. You are. So you will have to side with the authorities to ensure your safety. You're going to start doing what we call anonymous reporting, where when you see something, you say something. Don't give safe haven to these criminals. Don't take hush money. Don't allow them to feel like they have the authority or the power over you, because they don't. They are an enigma, and the authority is secure. So you need to make sure you report something if you see something. Don't wait until the rain starts falling on your door. Don't wait until it comes to your backyard. You need to talk to the authority. You need to build that relationship. And the government here, you have got to reach out to the community in a way that makes them feel comfortable and safe, so they feel like they want to talk to you. People shouldn't be afraid to call the police, because if they call the police, then
somebody's going to find out that they were the one who called. No. Anonymity is important, but so much more is safety. So you need to ensure that the dissidents or your resident feel comfortable and feel safe in letting you know what is happening. So I'm asking you again, community, you need to get together and stop providing safe haven, because it's not safe, and it's only going to hurt you in the long run. Remember that. Last but not least, you criminals, you young men, crime is born out of poverty. I get that, but you don't have to. Life is so much more. Life is so much better. Once you have life, you can be anything you want. You just need to have a plan and keep working on the plan. And sometimes you have to work 10 times at the one plan, but the point is you only need to get it right one time, and then you can become successful. The choice between crime and violence and being a don, picking up a gun, and trying to get educated, trying to start a business, trying to get help from the government to make your community a better place, I would choose life. I would choose trying to start a business. Now, some of you, when you were broke and hungry, you were humble. You were good people. Or you scam and you do what you do, or somebody, send you some drug money or whatever it is. And now you feel forceful. You feel you're strong. You feel like you're a man. You think you need to be the don. Don of what? How's that gonna make you a better man? Once you become a don, what's your life expectancy? I don't know, 2 years, 3 years? Because now you have to look over your shoulder every minute. You're looking over your shoulder for your authorities, and you're looking over your shoulder for your enemies. That's no quality of life. That's not life. So you guys need to start looking into yourselves. Put the guns down. Put the violence down. Be more productive. Your country is yours. It can only get better if you decide to make it better. But if you decide to go the route of crime and violence, just know that violence begets only one thing: aggression. And aggression only brings you one thing: that's death. So you need to understand that. Whether it's aggression from the authorities, or whether it's aggression from your enemies, but it's going to come. So to you, my young people, choose life, man. Don't put the gun down. Put the gun down. Put the violence down. Love still work. Peace still work. Jamaica's a beautiful place, and it shouldn't be white people that comes there and enjoy it. It shouldn't be people from all over the world that come to your country and enjoy your country. You should enjoy your country. You should. So, it's time for us to bring this crime and violence to an end. It's time. I strongly believe so. And for those who committed that atrocity in Clarendon, just so you know, you've been weighed in the scale and you've been found wanting. And your day is going to come. A philosopher, his name is Edmund Burke. Edmund Burke said the only thing needed for evil to strive is for good men to do nothing about it. Let me tell you something. You shed innocent people's blood, and by that nature, your blood will be shed too. So, again.
So, that's Eric Reid, schoolmate, farmer, batchmate as police officer. He used to work a special branch, boy, because, you understand, and I was in the military. I can't tell you what he's doing right now, because, as we said to you, and we say it already, if Eric tell us that the sun is shining, you have to make sure you see it for yourself, unless you're the dummy, you understand? Or just tell you that them thing that we know him, you understand? So we're not going to elaborate more. So just hope the youth them learn something. So this is a product of Jonestown. Yeah, man, Eric Reid. Just hope you enjoy, his expose, telling the youths say, look here, life a crime, not worth it, and being a dan, but look here. The only thing that we agree with him about say crime because of poverty. No, that's not true. Because we grew up poor too. It's a choice. A person decides that they want to be criminal. I just say go. So we don't support that part of him say. So have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.